The reason I make these videos, I know they're ranty, whatever, it's just because I want someone else out there to hear what I wish I would have heard, because it would have changed the trajectory of my life without having to almost be homeless for it. Like when everyone else is like, oh, you're just depressed, Josh. That's all. And it's like, no, it's just because it's not who I am. None of this matters to me. I don't care. I want control over my life. I'll take less money for more time, autonomy, what I can do with my day, when I want. I can try out new things. And if I fail, it's on me. If I succeed, that's on me. Josh is making a video out in the wild in weather that looks like what everyone thinks his personality is. No, but we're just out and about today. I'm tired of filming in the house, in the chair, and it's nice out, and I've never actually been to this lake. If you want a job, don't ever say what I'm gonna say, which is why I'm a terrible employee, but a great worker. So number one, there isn't really a job that encompasses everything I like to do, at least not for 8 hours a day. It's just not possible for me to sit still and do one thing every day, all day, for 40 years, because I've always wanted to do a little bit of everything, and I get really bored really quick. A lot of people use their job to kind of hone their craft, and that's just good enough for them. They go to work 8 hours a day and they hone their craft all day. But for me, it's like I want to hone my craft, but I want to utilize a bunch of other crafts together to make a cool product and not just do one thing. In my last video where I said code is boring, but making stuff is fun, I said something that kind of, I should clarify. Code is just a tool, right? And it's like nailing nails just to nail nails when you code just to code. And a lot of people, they gave me crap for that, maybe they misunderstood it a little bit, but what I meant by that, I do get excited about tools sometimes, right? Like a motorcycle is a tool to get from A to B. And when I get a new motorcycle, I do get excited about that motorcycle, just like certain people get excited about new frameworks or new libraries for code. But at the end of the day, you still have to use the tool. Basically, because jobs are boring to me and I can't do them all day, every day for 8 hours a day, I just can't bring myself to be invested in someone else's company. I just can't do it. I need skin in the game. I need to know what I'm doing has a direct effect on the bottom line, and I'm also part of that bottom line. And now, most jobs don't want to give you that. They'll give you some stock or something, or maybe they do profit sharing, but like, I want to be at the top. I don't want to be underneath. I don't like that power dynamic. I don't like people telling me what to do all day, how to do it, how much I'm worth for doing it. I made a video titled, Why I Don't Want to Work as a Developer Job. And that was like all about why I don't like corporate. This is just about why the power dynamics that I dislike. But in this video, it's just like, I guess at work, you'd probably think I was lazy, disagreeable, and that I'm a nightmare to work with. And that's just not the case. I will work nonstop, night and day, 20 hours, all day, and no sleep, but it just has to be for something that I've invested in. It has to be for something that I care about and that I'm part of the outcome when I do it. Like, I need to see that input lead to a reward or failure, but I want it to be my failure. I don't want to have to depend on other people in the company, and if they mess up, like, guess what? I messed up too. I don't like that dynamic. I like to fly solo, so to speak. I don't want to lead, but I don't want to be led either. So I'm put in this middle position, which is like a sheepdog position, right? I don't want to tell people what to do all day. It's why I don't have a large company with a bunch of employees, but I don't want people telling me what to do either, right? I just want to go and do my own thing, and there's no job that really allows for that. So the way I work is that I'm very sporadic. I have creative bouts, and they come and go in the middle of the day, right? You can't do that with a job. You can't just be like, oh, I'm really motivated. I just had this idea. Let's execute. Because at a job, you got meetings, you got bosses, you got to be here for whatever reason. You don't have control over your schedule, and I need complete control over my day, over my schedule, when I work, how I work, and if the work flops, that's on me. It's not on anyone else. And if the work does great, that's on me. I guess for some people, they need that. They want the job. They want to kind of be told what to do. They want to have that sense of security. But for me, that's all been kind of flushed down the toilet because of my experience at almost every single corporation. And the way I see things is it's not secure. Nothing is secure. Like, you might think your job is secure. You might think you're going to get a promotion. But again, that is not up to you to decide if you get a promotion. It's up to your bosses. Hello, fish. There's a fish. So for me, when I'm at a job, my work ethic extends from the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Not a minute before and not a minute after. And I always thought it was funny at how much crap I would get for that, because I don't want to do more than I have to. And I got this comment the other day. They said, Josh, are you saying you'll never open your laptop on a Sunday to prepare for the week? And if you want to be paid, the happy medium is occasionally going out of your way to do excellent work. Being a clock watcher does not produce excellent results. It's average. First of all, that's not true. You can do excellent work in the hours that you're being paid to do work. You don't need to go and do more hours outside of work to be above average. Number two, it's okay to be average. And then to answer your question here, water-wise, is no. I'm never gonna open my work laptop on a Sunday so that I can prepare for the week. Like if I'm doing work, I'm getting paid for work, especially if I have a job. That's just how it's gonna be. I'm definitely a clock watcher. I'm proud to be a fucking clock watcher, dude. There's nothing wrong with it because I respect my time more than my employer does. You know, you give them a minute more, they'll want an hour more. You give them an hour, they'll want a weekend. And you give them a weekend, they'll want, you know, goodbye to your vacation. The reason I make these videos, I know they're ranty, whatever, it's just because I want someone else out there to hear what I wish I would have heard, because it would have changed the trajectory of my life without having to almost be homeless for it. Like when everyone else is like, oh, you're just depressed, Josh. That's all. And it's like, no, it's just because it's not who I am. None of this matters to me. I don't care. I want control over my life. I'll take less money for more time, autonomy, what I can do with my day, when I want. I can try out new things. And if I fail, it's on me. If I succeed, that's on me.
People like being told what to do.
Yeah, that's true. People do like being told what to do. They're not self-motivated. I'm so self-motivated that when people try to tell me what to do, it interrupts my own self-motivation, and that makes me not even want to do what they want to tell me to do. Look at that windmill in the dude's backyard. Look, that thing looks like it's about to whip and fly off. That guy is generating some turbo power right now. I used to ask myself the question, like, why do I hate my job so much, but I really love working out? Working out is really hard, really taxing, and I like it, and I'm motivated to do it every single day. But sitting at my desk doing this PowerPoint, I'm not motivated at all whatsoever. There's no amount of PowerPoint that is going to get me to be motivated. I used to question my own work ethic and be like, do I just have bad work ethic? Because if you ask my boss or my coworkers, they'd probably say yes. But if you ask me, I'd say no, I'll work all day. It just has to be for something I like.
I say to those who, in order to like get the time and the freedom and do cool shit, you have to work for all that.
You have to set it up. You have to set up a certain lifestyle. You have to know that that's what you want, and then you have to work for that lifestyle, and it's going to take. You're probably going to be in a more comfortable place at the moment, even though you don't like it, and you'd have to take a step back, or maybe 10 steps back. That's what I did. I took a pay cut, $68,000 to $18 an hour, and then the $50K, then the $65K, then the $75K, just so that I could have a remote job. And if you want a similar lifestyle, like you want control over your life, then you're probably going to have to take a step back, and there's going to be a lot of sacrifices involved to get to that point. At least that's how it's been for me.
Would you call that you've made it?
Success in my mind is when you know that a day went by and you moved closer to how you want your life structured than going further away. Like if there was an opportunity and you chose to take that extra dollar instead of going the way that back of your head you know you should go, that's not success. It doesn't mean that you have a bunch of money. It just means that you try to keep making your life the way you want it. That's my definition. To have the lifestyle that you want, that's all it is. So when I was at my engineer job, I just became disengaged. I became uninterested because I had nothing, I had no reason to be invested. All of my ideas didn't mean anything to the people higher up, and so I just became, you know what, this is boring. I'm just gonna do the bare minimum, go home and figure out a way that I can make my own ideas and get paid to do that. And then HR came and they said, Josh, you seem disengaged. And that's exactly what I was. And so they would say, you know what you need to do is do this employee engagement PowerPoint about why you're not motivated. And I was like, well, I'm not motivated because all of my ideas get shot down, but they told me to bring all of my creative ideas. Make this position your own was the quote, word for word, that they told me. So that's what I've tried to do at almost every position. The more positions I had, the more I learned that that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, like, I know my ideas were good, because I'm successful doing my own thing with my own ideas. To them, that's just, just, hey, do your job. But we want to make it seem like you have some creative freedom, even though you don't. Anyway, so I did the PowerPoint that they made me do, and I did this little like personality quiz or whatever. And then they just like, you know what, you need to interact more with your coworkers. And from this department and this department, and it was like, I had to tell HR, like, no amount of forced fun, forced team building is going to get me to be invested in your company when I have no say-so, when I have no input, when I do what I'm told. That's not me. That's never been me. It's not who I am. I wish I had figured out I was a creative person before I had gone down the corporate road, but I wouldn't be here where I am today if I didn't do all that stuff. It's just not for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying everyone should do this. I'm just saying this is why it doesn't work for me. And you're never supposed to say any of these things because it's all taboo. You can't say, I'm just not interested in what you're building. In the interview, yeah, dude, I'm as interested as I need to be. I'm excited about your product because I'm excited about a paycheck and not being homeless. And I think there's a lot more of you out there that agree with that than are willing to say. I wish sometimes that I had just figured out that I was a trash employee sooner than later, because I wouldn't have wasted my time getting a degree that I don't use at all. Every single dollar that I make now is from skills that are unrelated to my degree, that I spent 7 years hopping from college to college going to get. But there's just no one in my family at the time that had that mindset either. Just, it's okay to go your own way. Maybe this video can help validate your thoughts that it's okay if you feel like that. If you feel like you hate your job, if you feel like you're just not the employee type, it's probably because you're not. And there's nothing wrong with that. It probably just means that you were meant to go do your own thing and find your own way. If you enjoyed this rant, just do me a solid, click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you thought of it. If you want to see more stuff like this, where I'm out and about, kind of exploring Utah, showing you the outside of the dim basement that I've been in, or my loft or whatever, go subscribe to the Josh IRL channel. I post just more, just kind of chilling out stuff. Yeah, that's all I got. See you guys in the next one.